We have for you today, lady at this house is getting leaking down this wall and into her garage. So because the ocean's there, we're going to put some Waka Flex up there to close it off. She's actually had this repaired before, and some guy used secret gutter. Now, I wouldn't have used secret gutter on here because there's a couple of reasons. First of all, it allows the water to get under the tiles, which is not what we're chasing. And I would keep the water above the tiles, and because of how close it is to the ocean, it causes a lift in the tile down the bottom there. Now, I don't even want to talk about what's happening with that piece of flashing. Whoever did this was obviously a little bit of a cowboy. So we're going to fix that for you today, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So this was a fix the other guy did. 2 screws and a bit of old valley, and he wonders why it keeps leaking. So we'll get rid of that, we'll seal that back up. Then what we're going to do, we'll make sure this tile sits well, really well. And at the moment that there is keeping it up. So after we've got rid of that, then we'll put Waka Flex over the top of it to make it doubly sealed. Now you probably wonder why I knocked out all the plugs, and that's just purely because when I go and put the next cover flashing over the top of it, all they'll do is create it to waffle. So I don't want it to waffle, so I've got rid of the existing plugs. Here's how not to ever in your wildest dreams flash a 2-story. Okay, so if you want to know why this is leaking, see that there? That's the pan in which all the water runs down. He screwed through it, and so all that's going to happen is going to create leaking through the hole in which he screwed it in. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm just going to clean off all these screw holes because I'm going to reseal them, and that's purely, I'm going to leave this flashing in as kind of just a backup flashing. There's no real need to take it out if I'm going to put lead over the top of it. But I've got to fix what the other guy's done and put all these holes in it. Now, if I thought that secret gutter was going to get a lot of water, I would have replaced it. But you'll see at the end why I'm not, because I don't think it's really going to get any. I don't think it's going to get any water at all. It's purely there as almost like a second tier of flashing that may get 1 drop or 2 at the end. Okay. So just quickly, I'm going to cut the Waka Flex on the ground, purely because on those tiles there's nothing really to make it sit flat, and I'll get a better bend. So you can see what I mean. 3.1. Grab yourself a down pipe. Let's see. Now on the back of Waka Flex, there are some perforated holes which have been put there. You need to really use the side down pipe, like so. And bend it. Okay, so it's all bent into size. Now you'll see I've kept it flat. The reason I try and keep that bottom flat, you'll see the benefits when we get up there. It's easier just to position and move around. It'll be easier to put it up there. So that's why I bent it on the floor. Here's a little tip for you. When you're carrying the Waka Flex, because it's really bended, get yourself a long down pipe, put it on. When you lift it, carries it nice and easily. Okay, so now we're working at getting it up and behind this fascia, all right, because any water that comes down has to land on it. If it's in front, it can be a problem. 430. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what we did. We just popped the fascia off the clips, and what we've done is we've made sure that there is a lip that runs all the way back down there. Okay, so any water that comes off this stop end is going to fall onto that lead and run away. Also, it goes right up under this valley, so any water that comes down here is going to hit onto this lead and it's going to run down it into the gutter, so nothing's getting under the tiles, and that's important. Okay, so there he is. I had to extend him a bit. You can see there I've extended it slightly just to cover the end of those tiles because I don't want any water getting under there. So now it's a matter of we've just got to put all our cover flashing up the side. Okay, so when you're looking at this top one that I've just cut, you'll notice that I've got a big edge and then I've trimmed the edge down here. Now the reason that is because obviously I can't get an angle grinder in behind here. So we trim it down, we leave a little bit of an edge that'll go hard up against the wall, and we'll put a bead of silicone along it so it doesn't leak. That's how we do it. And for anyone who wants to know why COVID was good, spare supply of face masks. If you're wondering how we did it that way, what we do is we put that cover flashing on. Then when we're grinding, okay, I don't grind with it flat, I grind with a slight upturn, ever so slight, so I'm only just catching the back. Yeah, so if you're looking at that cover flashing, only a tiny bit on the back might have been caught, but we're going to knock that in and seal it anyway against rust. So that's how we do it. And then what we'll do is we'll blow all the dust out of there before we seal it. And now, in between each of these, we put one towards the top to hold it nice and tight. And that's how you get your zigzag pattern when you're looking at flashings. If you feel you need another plug, put another plug in. Better to have too many than too little. The annoyances of tough to reach plugs. There you go, just extend it. Knock it in. And your final thing, to remove the last bit of plastic. So there you have him. It's all done, he's all finished. There is a, it goes right up and under that lead, so you can see why I wasn't that concerned about the secret gutter, because we eliminate it completely anyway. It's now only working as a secondary stop, but that should stop the water getting under it. Let's hope, because we are very close to the ocean. That's probably 500 meters, well, 300 meters to the ocean, so it will cop some intense weather. But the idea is not to let it get under the tiles at all and keep it above the tiles. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.